Hello, everyone. I'm Jalisa JJ Movie TV Shash Game Reviews, everybody, and now I'm going to give my Vampire Diaries Season 7 versus Original Season 3 review. Vampire Diaries Season 7 has ended, Original Season 3 has ended. What is overall the best season of Vampire Diaries or Original Season 3? Now, let me just say this. I love both shows. I think both seasons were fantastic, but there's only could be one winner. In my opinion, and never did I say this, Vampire Diaries Season 7 is better than Original Season 3. Now, let me defend it. Here's the thing. Vampire Season 7, I gave like a 9.1 out of 10. 9.1 out of 10. Original Season 3, I gave a 9.1 out of 10. But I like Vampire Season 7 more. Here's the reason why. Vampire Season 7 introduced new characters. It had a great balance of storyline for the beginning, middle, and end. Beginning had to deal with the brothers, Stefan and Salvatore, how they're living their lives without Elena, and Jeremy and Tyler around, and all that stuff. And focus on new characters such as the Heretic family. The Heretics were interesting characters nonetheless. They were not villains in my opinion. They were Lily's family, and Damon's and Stefan's relationship with their mother is constant throughout the beginning of this season, and how they're different from one another was fantastic. They had the Heretic family at the beginning with Lily, a little bit of Lily's lover Julian, and in the middle they had mostly Julian and the Phoenix Stone and Sword saga and Reina Cruz. And Reina Cruz is a vampire hunter who's basically like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she traps all vampires in the Phoenix Sword or stone, and it's basically a stone that's connected to a sword, and she stabs them with it, and they're trapped in this supernatural hell where they're reliving the worst day of their life over and over again, and each vampire has a certain hell different. And we get such this great supernatural drama with them, and then the end it kind of goes a little bit flaky with the whole armory storyline, but overall, Vampire Diaries Season 7 had a great beginning, middle, and they knew the structure of what they wanted to go. And overall, this bonded family was terrific for both Stefan and Damon. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say about originals, like, well, originals, that's what their main theme is, family. Yes, it is. But what we got with Vampire Diaries Season 7 is just we never see how close the brothers are throughout the entire season. We got a little bit in Season 6. We know they're close. I mean, they know we know they love each other. But Season 7 is really the great arc of how different one are, but how they always come back to help each other and who they are as individuals and the relationship as individuals and together. And overall, I just thought that was something brand new that we haven't seen before. And overall, that was just way more satisfying to me than seeing Original Season 3. Original Season 3, here's the thing. They had only one full thing. They didn't have like a beginning, middle, end. This is not like Original Season 2 where they had the originals face against Esther, Michael, then the middle they had Finn, and at the end they had Dahlia storyline. Original Season 3 only had like one main storyline, and that was the prophecy. One by one they will all fall. One by friend, one by phone, one by family. And it deals with Klaus Michelson and his family with Elijah, Freya, and introduction of old characters coming back such as Cole Michelson, Finn Michelson. Having them back together as a family was very interesting. But the problem though with the originals, they introduced the people that would go against originals this year is called the Trinity, which is the first vampires ever turned by the originals family. And there is Aurora, Klaus's crazy ex-girlfriend. We had Tristan, who is Aurora's sister, and Lucian, who is a former mate of Klaus and Klaus's first sireline, and the first vampire ever turned in history. But this entire arc of the prophecy just kept getting dragged till the introduction of new characters such as the Trinity, which is Lucian, Tristan, and Aurora, and certain old characters like Cammy, Vincent, and all the others didn't really had a chance to. They kept here's the thing with them. Original Season 3 just had like, okay, you get a whole bunch of episodes with Lucian, then he's gone for 4 episodes and he comes back. But Cammy, she's an interesting character. Then in the middle, she kind of disappears for an extended period of time. Then she comes back for really 2 good episodes, and then not so much. I mean, they kind of dropped the ball with certain characters. They don't have them that consistent to focus on with the main storyline. This is not how Original Season 2 was. Original Season 2 had a lot of blend of new characters, old, and they balanced it really well with each storyline. But for Original Season 3, it wasn't really that constant. I mean, they had a dread of the prophecy, but we didn't know what was going to happen. We had a lot of beefs with the family, and they didn't resolve as many issues. They didn't resolve around the Aurora. We don't know what happens with Aurora at the end of Season 3. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. That's a lot of inconsistencies with this season. But overall, it was very satisfying. And if you're telling me which one had better episodes, I say original season 3 had better episodes than the Vampire Diaries season 7, but overall, the both arcs, if you're looking at overall what's the entire season's about and how which was consistently well done, I say Vampire Diaries season wins just because Vampire Diaries season 7 wins just because it had an overall arc of where it was going, beginning, middle, end, and every character blended beautifully together. Some characters were not needed, not every single episode was perfect, but it had a more balanced season in my opinion. Original season 3 had a lot of great episodes, but they didn't have a great balance with their middle characters. Certain characters disappeared for way too freaking long. Where's Freya? Where's Haley? I mean, there was hope for a lot of these episodes, but still, there was just not a great many. Like I said, the introductions of new characters and reintroductions of old characters didn't blend well together. So, well, I say the best secondary character that did good with the originals was Davina. Davina was constantly good throughout this entire season. Even though she disappeared, she kept a main focus onto the story. She was very more interesting. She kept on going with the storyline, and it kept on going well. But with it, but for certain characters like Cammy did not do so great. Then when Aurora and Tristan finally showed up, it took a long while for us to get invested in their characters. Same thing with Aya, and Marcel was kind of mostly in the background in the beginning, but at the end, if you left on a satisfying mark. But if you're telling me which one was better, in the beginning, I'm going to give it to the Vampire Diaries. The middle, I'm going to give it to the Vampire Diaries. The ending, I'm going to give it to the Originals. The Originals had a better structured ending than the Vampire Diaries. And some people say, well, the ending's better than the finale. Well, yes, the ending's better than the beginning, but overall, Vampire Diaries won my heart in the beginning, it won my heart in the middle, and at the end, the Originals beat Vampire Diaries for the end. But overall, if I did like a list of which one was a better episode, since there's 22 episodes total, I rank them all, and I got 11 for each season. So I'll 22 episodes of each season, 11 out of 11. It's a damn near tie, but I'm gonna give it to the Vampire Diaries just because they had a lot. They were kicking, in my opinion, Originals ass at the beginning, and they were kicking ass in the middle, but Originals just beat them by a long side at the end. But overall, my humble opinion, Vampire Diaries season 7 is better than original season 3, but that's overall that's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think of both the Vampire Diaries and original season 3. Let me know if you disagree with me. I know a lot of people love the originals right now. I love the originals. I'm still a big originals fan. I wanted to spin off for so long, and I got it, and I'm still excited for the storyline. It's just not my favorite season of the originals. It's my least favorite season. For Vampire season 7, Vampire season 7 is like, it had a rocky start, and it got back its game. Vampire season 7 got back its game. That's why I'm kind of say it's better, just because Vampire season was on the downslope, now it's on a high note. And original season 3 was on a high note, then kind of went downhill a bit. But overall, it ain't bad season. I give it both a 9.1 out of 10 each season, but I choose Vampire season 7 over original season 3. So yeah, everyone, let me know what y'all think. Everyone, subscribe if you like, disagree down below, leave comment down below, let me know, respect my opinion, I respect yours. Name's Jalise, signing off, everyone. Good day, everybody. Bye-bye.